All right, boys. So here's the newest Arduino, and then behind it, all right, it's prototypes. Let's go with that. All right. So what happened, and why did it take me 4 attempts to get this right? So this is my very first Arduino. It was honestly one of the first times I'd ever soldered together something and put together a project, right? And if you look at this first attempt at this Arduino, you can see the solder connections aren't that good, and it's missing the boost sensor. That's because I tried to take the boost sensor off of it and put it onto this Arduino revision 2. That didn't work out too well. But this board basically blew up because I got these capacitors reversed, right? Couldn't get a signal into this Arduino. So this is Arduino version 2, right? So after messing up version 1, I bought version 2, right? And as I was putting version 2 together, I got these MOSFETs backwards. They're in the correct orientation now, but in order for me to do that, I had to desolder them from the board. And I didn't like the results. I wasn't getting consistent data from this Arduino. That's $50. This is Arduino version 3, right? This one actually looks good. I actually got the MOSFETs in the direct orientation, right? Solder joints look pretty good, right? The problem is I accidentally blew this Arduino up. When I first started it up, I connected the positive and negative leads to the wrong terminals on the battery. That blew this C4 capacitor. To fix that, I kind of just took C4 from, I think it's Arduino version 2, right? But I wasn't getting consistent like data from my 5 volt lines. So there's like a 5 volt feed for the throttle position sensor, right? And no matter what I did, the 5 volt V would constantly be rising, which meant something in here, well, not something, basically, so because the 5 volt feed was constantly rising, I knew I had shorts somewhere. I grabbed the multimeter, started testing the back of the board, and I didn't just blow this capacitor. I blew a couple diodes, I blew a couple resistors. I think I might have blown the LEDs, right? Because I think the LEDs are powered by the 5 volt feed as well. So I decided to just buy another Arduino. This is version 4, right? This one does actually work. I connected the throttle position sensor and I realized it wasn't actually constantly rising, right? So we're making progress. It took 4 tries, all of them my fault. And the common theme in these 3 tries was attention to detail. Right, I could have stopped at number 3 if I had taken a couple seconds to make sure my polarity was right. But hey, you live and you learn, and I've learned a lot. So we have Arduino version 4, and hopefully we can actually start making some progress on getting the bike running. So more updates incoming. Honda Fit is getting some work done to it, right? And yeah. All right, boys, we have made a lot of progress. So here's a new Arduino on a new Arduino board, right? Connected to the throttle position sensor. Here's Tuner Studio. And look at that. That's my hand on the throttle. Oh, yeah, boys. So that leaves us, let's see, crankshaft position sensor, map sensor, pulse width, duty cycles. I don't know what any of these mean, but right there, we're making progress. Making progress, boys.